Hey coaches, welcome back for another session in our webinar series of how to run the air raid at the middle school levels. My name is Coach Lasker. Thanks for joining us. Finally getting into the meat and potatoes of this thing now that you understand kind of what air raid's all about and how we're going to run formations and the personnel. Let's get into it. So now we've kind of picked our 12 plays, very small playbook, and let's get into our quick game because quick game is huge part of this program. It's a huge part of this offense, and literally probably called quick game 70% of the time. Okay, so if you haven't already, please again subscribe on YouTube, join us on Facebook, Twitter, and then obviously this bi-weekly coaches roundtable. Really want all coaches from offense, defense, running game, whoever. We just want to get better and bring as many coaches to the table as possible. So please join us for that. Okay, so here we are. We've gone through the first few. We are at quick game plays. Last time we got together, we kind of went over the air raid play menu. And my 3 quick games that I chose last year, and I'm going to stick with this year, are, our 4 verts. Again, we run 4 verts as a quick game because we want to get the ball out fast. That's the basis of our offense and the air raid in general, stick and corner. And so I kind of want to go through these plays with you real quick. Again, it's been my goal to get through these videos, and what I'm trying to do is get through in 10 minutes or less. So let's try to see if we can do it. We're going to do a little bit of chalk just so you guys can understand the plays, but I want to spend most of the time on video if possible. Okay, so here is all verts, 4 verts, however you want to call it, out of our open set. And so the first thing that you really need to know about our quick game plays, it's all based on a pre-snap read on all 3 plays, all verts, stick, and corner. So to set the table, we install all verts first, okay? Because we really want to get in these kids' minds this concept of taking free money, taking free yards every chance that somebody gives it to us. So all verts is a perfect segue into that concept because the entire field is set up that way. So all verts, here we go. We call the play quickly, open all verts. That means everyone knows that the Y is split out and open from the line. R is always on the right, L is always on the left, and F is always in the slot over here on open, okay? So all verts is just like it says. Everyone coming out of the huddle is thinking, I'm gonna run a vertical. But when they get to the line, it's different. When they get to the line, we want all of our receivers to be asking themselves, when am I open? And we want the quarterback to be asking himself, who is open now? Because the whole point of this play is quickly getting the ball out of our hands. And so with any quick game, as we've talked about, it's a 1-step drop from shotgun or a 3-step drop from center, and the ball's getting released. So again, we're asking ourselves, who is open now? As this receiver, we're going to say the 7 yards from the line of scrimmage. If a defender is 7 yards or more, back further than 7 yards, this receiver is defined as open. Okay, if he's uncovered, he's open. If this cornerback is within 7 yards, he is not open. So these receivers are looking for the first patch of open grass, and they're going to settle in it quickly. So in this scenario, this cornerback that's covering him is 7 yards or more back. So this L is running a 3-step stick, 3-step hitch, okay? This F is uncapped, nobody's in front of him. So he is running right down his tube vertically and trying to get as vertical as quickly as possible. This Y, this S, the Sam backer is within 7 yards and close to him, so his open grass is behind. He needs the outside release and get behind this Sam. And again, as well, this cornerback is within 7 yards, so the open grass is back here. So the R needs to outside release, restack back on the numbers, and get upfield, okay? So as the quarterback comes up the line, open all verts, he is scanning the DBs from left to right, and then back underneath the linebackers. And right now, L is open, so he's going to run a three-step stick. F is uncapped, so he's going to run a vert. Y, it needs to get to the open grass behind here, outside release, and this is also outside release. So the quarterback in this scenario would be pulling it, snapping the ball in a shotgun, one quick snap, and he throws it out to L, who's going to be one-on-one to try to make a play. So we've already accomplished our goal of getting the ball in space to our athletes, okay? Now let's just say that all these defenders are tight to these players and everyone is covered now. Now here's where the read comes into play. So if all the corners and defenders are up, we are now going to put this safety in conflict. He is our target. So now that everyone's open grass is deep, everyone will be running a vert. But the quarterback is going to read it like this. He's going to read F to Y to T. So F has an outside release vertical, trying to restack and stay in his tube. Y has an outside release vertical, trying to restack and stay in his tube. T is check releasing over the middle, okay? So we are going to read the safety. So if the quarterback says go, he knows that he's either going F to Y. If the safety drops straight back or to his left, he's going to throw this F every time, all the time, okay? If for whatever reason the safety starts cheating over, because we've hit that a few times like we have, then we're just going to look F and then go to Y. If somehow they've, by miracle, rotated properly at this youth level, which never happens, then T is going to come find some open space in between these widening linebackers for sure. Okay, so we're going to look for who's open now pre-snap. If nobody is open right then, we're going to go to the middle seam reads, F to Y to T. Okay, so that's out of open all verts. So out of our 3x1, we won't spend too much time on it. We come up to the line, we look who is open now. L is open now, three-step stick, he's throwing it out there. These guys are covered up, so it's a three-step stick versus an outside release vertical. But when everyone is up and we have to go all verts for everybody, then again, we're putting this safety in conflict. We want this F to bend it in front of that safety, while Y is kind of doing a vertical, bending it behind the safety. And again, we're just reading this safety. If he goes straight back or to his left, we are banging this F all day long, okay? If this safety starts cheating over the top to try to get to this F, we're gonna throw this Y behind. And by the way, this is the most common defense we see when we come out in our early and late 3x1 sets, is a outside linebacker or strong safety walked up, and then a safety over the top. Okay, so you can see out of late all verts, it's the same thing. We're going to take mandatory three-step stick if it's open. Now, if they come all the way up and nobody's open pre-snap, we're going to put this safety in conflict, okay? And then out of, we can run it out of 4x1, but we'll talk about that later. And then we run it out of two backs, right? So green, this F is just doing his vert from back here instead of, but all the same rules apply, okay? We're looking for easy money beforehand, and if that doesn't happen, we are going to put this safety in conflict afterward, okay? So let's go to some film. Okay, so here we go. We come out of the huddle, or we're running to the line, and we're asking ourselves pre-snap, who is open now? This gentleman is open right now. He is not, so he has to outside release and get up. He needs to outside release and restack, and this is pretty close, so he might be able to run a three-step stick. But right now, for sure, this guy is open. We are in open all verts. Quick pass, 1st and 10, turns into 2nd and 9. Nice and easy. Okay, so we come up to the line of scrimmage. Here we go. Who is open now? This is less than 7 yards, so we need to restack and get over the top. He is open right now. So quarterback and this receiver, without even saying anything, should be on the same page. This is only 4 yards or so, so he needs to get out, restack. He needs to get up and restack as well. So right now, this gentleman is open right now. Quarterback holds it a little bit longer, but again, as you can see, that receiver presses up on that defender, gets him out of there, cuts it back, cuts off his route, and it's another easy 6 to 7 yard pickup. Okay, so here we go. So now we're looking at the receiver are asking, when am I open? And the quarterback is asking who is open now. So this is less than 7, so he needs to go deep. Less than 7, he needs to go deep. Less than 7, he needs to go deep. And he's about the same. So now we move into our reads, which is the safety who is back here. Okay, so if he goes straight back or to his left, we are throwing this F on a vertical seam. If he goes that way to the F, then we're going to throw to this Y, and this is our slot receiver Y. All right, so let's just see how it unfolds. And as you can see, these passes are not, throwing as hard as he can, as deep as he can. It's a nice, easy pass. Reading that safety, you can't see him; he's not on the screen, but the receivers make that restack right on the hash and get upfield for a touchdown. Okay, a couple more here. Here we go. Come up to the line. Receivers are asking them, when am I open? This receiver knows that's 10 yards, so he's open right now. He is not open right now. He needs to restack and get vertical, restack and get vertical, and he could probably break this off. Who's open right now? Let's get the ball in our playmakers' hands as quickly as possible and let them go make plays. That's what this offense is all about, and you guys have the athletes to do this. All right, so we started seeing toward the middle of the year, no safety. There's no safety here. We saw a lot of 5-man fronts. People were getting stubborn, and they were bringing this safety down to cover our F, who's one of our best athletes, okay? So who's open right now? This guy's open right now. It's a big indicator that this guy's gonna break off his route. This guy is not. He's getting covered pretty tight, so he needs to get outside, release, and go. We saw this in the game. We saw no safety, so we asked our quarterback to take one extra beat to see if this F, was one of our better athletes, can get even with him. If we can get even with him on a typical drop, then we told him to hold it and throw it because there's no safety behind. And as you can see, it's not even close. So again, we didn't plan on throwing this many bombs out of all verts, but when defenses start playing you a certain way, you really have to take advantage. Again, really not sure what they're thinking. I think youth football just hasn't caught up with this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in the box, which means there's no safety. Again, we want to get our F receiver one-on-one with this linebacker. If he can hold it for an extra second, let's try to go ahead and do it. So the rules are a little different on fourth. So on fourth, we want to get to the sticks. So they're not going to break it off at 3 like this guy probably would or should in a regular situation. But we'll get into those nuances on other videos. But essentially, if there's no safety and that linebacker is flat-footed at 5 feet, take an extra pause and get going. Okay. All right. So let's get out of all verts. We have cut-ups on our YouTube channel, guys. We have more. We scored about 14 touchdowns on all verts this year. More than enough cut-ups on our YouTube channel. Please go check them out. So the next thing I want to go to is our other 2 plays for quick game. And I'm going to show them to you together initially because I wanted to show you why we've chosen to put them together. So stick and corner, those are our other 2 plays for quick game. First thing I want you to understand is no matter what quick game call we come up to the line and we call stick, open Y stick or open Y corner, before we run the play, we're going to look backside. Now that we've drilled into our kid's head, we want to take easy money, easy yards pre-snap. When we come up the line and call open Y stick or open Y corner, these are the concepts over here, Y stick and Y corner. But for these 2 plays, when we come up to the line of scrimmage, even though we've called those 2 plays, we're going to look backside. And backside is going to have those all vert rules. So they're going to run 3-step sticks back here. But if they are not covered, this cornerback is 5 yards or closer. So he is covered. He's not going to get the ball. But this F is uncovered here. And so he's going to run a 3-step stick, and he's going to expect the ball because the quarterback is just going to take it like a shortstop and shoot it out to him, even though we've called Y stick. I don't care. We want to take all these free yards, and we're getting our athletes the ball in space, and we don't even need to waste our real play. So it's mandatory. It's not an option. This is a mandatory. If somebody's open on the backside for stick and corner, our air raid quick game concepts, we're taking that. Okay, so if you look over to the right here with open Y corner, you see this cornerback is 7 yards off, and this guy is uncovered. So the quarterback is going to scan, come to the line, scan DBs from left to right, and then linebackers back under. He's going to see both these guys are open, and both of them are open right now, and both of them are running 3-step sticks. So he gets to choose who he's going to throw it to, but it's a mandatory throw to one of these two. So both these guys, without even talking, the way we drill this in practice, the way we'll show you how to do it, they will both be ready for the ball, and one of them is going to get it. Okay, so now, so as you can see, we're going to do it that way pre-snap. That's the slow process, as Coach Patrick Taylor calls it. I love it. We stole the air raid, all verts, the way we run all verts against single high safety that I just showed you. We stole that from Patrick Taylor as well. In youth football with 1 high safety, that's a great way to do it. When we get into 2 high safeties, there's other ways, but that's how we see it the majority of the time. And so the reason why I pair Y stick with Y corner, or just corner and stick together, is because the quarterback, once we do get to the concept and these cornerbacks and these receivers get covered up, and once we do get a chance to run the concept, the quarterback is really learning to read three pieces of the field. Okay, he's going to look for open grass at this deep third section. He's going to read open grass for this hook to curl open grass section, and he's going to read open grass for this swing. So if you see the stick, the Y is running the stick right at this Sam linebacker, and this hook to curl grass, the T is swinging to the flats grass. Some people run shoots here. We run a swing, and then the R's are outside release go, and he's going to try to get the ball in this deep third. And so if you look at corner, it's the same thing. The cornerback is basically reading the same 3 patches of grass. We're just going to do it in a different progression, and we'll teach him that. But essentially, this hook to curl grass, this flats grass, and this deep third grass is really what we're targeting. So these plays go together so well. They're just kind of replacing each other. The R is replacing the Y, and this hook to curl stick snag area. The Y is now the deep third versus the R. So it's just a different type of way to look at it. So for stick, and I'll show you on film. Again, I want to spend most of the time on film. For stick, it goes, the progression read is we play the game down here first. This R, outside release go, it's a mandatory outside release go. We need this cornerback to turn his back and run with him. So it's a mandatory full speed outside release go. But really what we're going to do is find the open grass between these grass areas and stick and throw it. How Mummy, one thing that he is suggesting in his air raid certification, the way he reads it is he just default throws this T swing. He throws a shoot, but he'll throw this flats grass. He'll come out of the game, beginning of the game, and just throw it. Obviously, if this Sam is flying out there, we have to be conscious of it. But basically, by looking at this T first, he's widening this outside linebacker naturally. So then once he does start to fly out to the T, then he's going to start throwing this stick right behind it. The Y, by the way, his landmark is he's running at the inside number of this outside linebacker. So when this linebacker has to decide pretty quickly, he'll back up or stay in this area with the Y. If the Y runs right at him, he's going to have to decide whether he's going to stay with the Y or run out to the flats or cover the T. So it'll be pretty clear if you do this right, who's this guy supposed to be, and then you can throw it to the other way. But the way that Hal Mummy is running it at the true air raid is, this is the first read. He's going to throw it out to the tee any chance he gets, and every chance he gets, unless this guy is just bailing out crazy. Okay. But really what we want to do is just make sure we see which grass is open and throw it to the right guy. This R, you need to be in constant contact with you as a coach. If this cornerback starts sitting or being lazy or just like zone turning and not bailing out to get back here, we will definitely take this shot, but we'll call that, okay? And as you can continue to see, open stick, let's just go straight down. We're reading these three patches of grass. Early stick, it's the same exact thing. So now you can see the difference. Instead of the T as the flats player, we bring the F over, and now he's running a shoot, catching it out of his outside shoulder, straight to the sideline. Y is still running the stick, and R is still running the outside release go. So pretty much no one is learning anything new, especially not the quarterback. Still reading the same places on the grass. It's just F running the stick, and the T is now check releasing on the backside. But as we come to the line, we're always looking before the play if there's anything pre-snap. And then out of the green look, the same exact play as open. Okay, so T is swinging, Y is stick, and R is outside release, go, and F in this scenario is check releasing, but we're always looking backside, okay? And so stick, the read is T to Y essentially, and really forcing the T because we really want that corner or that linebacker to widen. Now we're looking at corner here. This is one of my favorite plays. So here we are, open Y corner. Again, we're going to come to the line, look pre-snap. Is there any free money back here? Yes, there is. They're both open. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the ball out there as many times as possible until they make me stop, because I'm taking all the free yards. Coaches don't feel bad about it. Don't even think twice about it. If someone's going to give you free yards and you're going to take it 5 times in a row and maybe score without calling a play, you do that. Okay, trust me. Any coach from any level would do the same. Okay, so now let's just suppose that these guys are covered up, and then we're going to run the concept. So Y is a 4-step, 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's breaking. If you guys are in the middle of the field, 20 yards and outside the red zone, his aiming point is the front pylon to the touchdown, to the end zone. If you guys are 20 yards going in, it's the back corner pylon, which gives him his landmark. So Y is a 4-step corner. R is a snag, which is a 1-step slant and sit. His landmark, he is looking at this outside linebacker, and he is going to sit. As soon as that Sam crosses his face, he's going to sit right behind him, put his hands up like settle a noose, that one of the drills you're going to learn, and get ready for the ball. This position caught so many snags this year. I love this play. And then the T is running the swing. Okay, so again, the quarterback is just reading the same 3 patches of grass. Now, the progression for this is a little different. We're going to take this deep shot every time, especially in youth football where there's a 1 high safety the majority of the time. So the first thing that we're going to do is try to throw this Y corner every single time we get a chance. Okay. So with that, we're going to look at this cornerback. We're going to look at him right off the snap. Now, it literally, he has to bail out to get back here fast enough. So it's a pretty clear indicator for the quarterback. If this cornerback hesitates, squats, shuffles, basically does anything but bail out, we're throwing this corner all day, every day, and going to get huge numbers out of it. Okay. Now, if this cornerback lines up deep, which they will start to do, or is showing that he's bailing out, then we're going to come back and play the game with this outside linebacker again, right? So the snag, again, is going to run right at this guy's heels. As soon as this Sam crosses his face to come take the T or take the flats, which he's been assigned, the R is going to sit down and expect the ball. Now, if this Sam sits here in this hook to curl, sees this R coming and it kind of stays with him, then this T is going to be doing his swing and the quarterback is just going to throw it. So we're reading open grass if we get to this combination read down here, but initially we want to take every shot we can. And as you can see out of early, same exact thing. We are bringing the F over to run the flats play. So he's in the shoot. The T is now check releasing on the backside. And then in green, it's exactly the same as open, just with the F coming back into the backfield. Okay, so let's get into some film. I know I've definitely gone over 10 minutes, but let's just go over some film real quick. So let's start with stick. So stick, hold on, it's loading up. So here we go. We are in early Y stick. So here we got the Y running the stick, the R running the outside release go, and the F running the shoot. Now we come up to the line of scrimmage. It's a quick game play. So even though we've called early Y stick, we are looking backside. Is anybody open backside? Is there free money? I'd say that's free money right there, guys. First and 10. Now second and 9. Okay, so you saw they still running their play at the bottom of the screen. Here we go again, early Y stick. Again, we got this Y running the stick on the inside shoulder of this outside linebacker. Got the shoot, got the outside release go. But again, we are sitting here with the cushion of all cushions. We do not need to run this concept. We can save it for when we really need it. Just get the ball to your playmakers in space and let them get at it, okay? So here we go. Now we are in what we would call open F stick. So this is the F. If we run F stick, it's the same exact thing. We're just flip inside. Now this is the backside. So we come up to the line of scrimmage. We're looking, here's the concept side up here, but we're gonna look backside. Is anybody 7 yards off or more? This guy's marginal, so he should be breaking this off here. The quarterback should be throwing it back here. I don't think that happened on this play. So we're gonna run F stick. So again, F is running the stick at the inside shoulder, outside release go. And then here's the running back on the swing. I believe this is the first play of the season, actually. So if this linebacker basically does anything except fly out there, we're throwing this swing. So the first play of the season, nice and easy pitch and catch, get the season kicked off right. 2nd and 4 now. All right, here we go. It is late Y stick. So here is the Y running the stick right at this inside hip, inside number of this the outside linebacker. Here's the shoot, outside release go. Again, we come up to the line, look backside. Is it 7 yards or more off? Is there easy money? I can't tell. But again, I believe we're going to run the concept here. And so this guy, if he does anything but get out and pay attention to this shoot, that's who we're basically reading, the open grass. So the quarterback does a great job. Quarterback does a great job of letting it develop a little bit. One of the bigger issues that we had with stick this year is not getting this guy to declare fast enough. And if you look, and I'm going to take it on the chin for this, this guy, this is the first game of the season, so he's running his shoot basically as an out, which is taking way too long. Toward the end of the season or middle of the season, we just said, flip your feet, have your feet reversed so this foot is up, and just go straight to the sideline because we need this guy to declare, and it'll be your plight to do this as well. Get him to declare fast. So this year, I'm considering putting him in motion, stacking him back here. So he has to decide, is he going out or is he staying hook to curl quicker so the quarterback can decide quicker? We want this ball to be out already. Quarterback does do a nice job of letting the open grass get there. Okay, the last thing on stick, guys, it is a play that you can tag a lot off of. Okay, so we got late Y stick. We got the Y stick, outside release, and shoot. But the kids will come to the line, come to the huddle and say, hey, we're picking on somebody back here. This guy can't cover me. So they asked on the sideline, can we do Y stick and then tag R skinny? So that's exactly what we did. Early Y stick, tag R skinny. They thought they had a mismatch over here. And the line held up and the rest is history, and he takes it to the house. So Again, stick is a fun play, guys. It's a first and second down play. Consider it like almost an extension of the run, trying to get the ball out, trying to get some positive yards. But there's a lot of versatile things you can do with it once you get rolling with it. Okay. Okay. So that's stick. Now let's go to corner real quick. Try not to take too much longer, but that's counter, not corner. But so here is counter. Here is corner. Okay, so here we go. Corner line of scrimmage. It is early Y corner. So this is the concept side over here, but it's corner. It's quick game. So we're gonna say, look and say who is open right now before the snap. Is this 7 yards off or more? It's probably less than 7. So we're gonna run our concept side. Okay. So he sits down in the window, and I want to accentuate this. This R over here is not even a starter for us, but he does such a great job. And like I said, it's the first game of the season, so he's hesitating a little bit. We do want them to be extremely intentional with their routes, but he is basically looking at this guy's back heels. He is running for that. And when that guy breaks in front of him or behind him, he needs to sit down in the window. So he needs to find the open grass. And you can see his thought process. As he moves through it, he's looking for open grass. Okay, let me settle in, get that, first down. Okay, that is a beautiful way that you can see that they're trying to find open grass. Now, this is a different R. First of all, we come to the line of scrimmage. This is ace with the tight end hand on the ground. Ace 2x2. Anything open backside, easy money, no. So we're going to run it. But again, this is a different R, and I want to show you how he's trying to find this open grass. Again, they get more intentional as the year goes on. They'll get better at it. But essentially, he wants to find this open grass. Oh, is it before? No, it's after him. I'm going to put my hands up, settle a noose. No need for it. We're going to throw a wide corner behind it and go. But essentially, that was the main point, guys, those snags. And I'm sorry, we got off track. So I was so excited about what our snags look like, slant and sit. I stopped the progression. Okay, so here we go. Come up to the line of scrimmage, and this corner has already taken away the deep third. So we know that's off. This corner, he's not going to be able to get up and over that, okay? So now the quarterback is already saying, okay, we got to run the game on this guy, okay? And so that's an example of them softening up so much in the corner that they've taken the wide corner away. So we need to play the game underneath, which basically they were both open. Okay, so again, here we go. Let's read this corner. He literally has to bail out to get here, okay? If he does anything, does he skip? Does he hesitate? What does he do? If he hesitates or skips, he's in a kind of a zone turn, and that corner is coming free. We know it for sure. There's no way he can recover from that, okay? So pre-snap, we're coming up to the line, and we are absolutely going to look when we're running corner. What is the corner to the play side doing? Does he hesitate or does he bail? If he bails, we're going to play the game underneath. If he hesitates or does anything but bail, we're going to throw this corner touchdown all day long. Touchdown, too easy. Okay, so here's again, pre-snap. This corner is bailed out. So now what we need to do is figure out what this guy's going to do. This is the outside linebacker now that we're going to play the game on. If he bails out, the snag's going to come open underneath. If he sits here, the chute is going to be open out there in the flats. He bails out. He clearly is on that F, running the chute, and that opens up the snag behind. Quarterback is patient, and we're off to the races. Again, same type of thing, guys. This corner is back about 10 yards, so we're going to play this snag game underneath and decide where this guy is going to go. We need to understand who he's taking. So as soon as that guy declares, we can easily, if he's out there with the flats, snag underneath. Again, the whole point of this offense, guys, is a 5 to 7 yard passes. Get the ball in your playmakers' hands and let them go to work. Why are we banging it against the wall a million times? trying to go against a brick wall of people when we have athletes all out in space. Okay, so I get a question a lot is about what do we do with blitzes? And the great thing about this air raid is that there's blitz beaters built in. Okay, so number one, the first and foremost, if you get any pressure at all, you're dumping to the running back. Just just period, end of story. Okay, I want to make sure that people know that that is a hot route in this offense. And again, get the ball to your players in space and let them go to work. Okay, we can go on and on and on with corner because we scored 13 or 14 touchdowns on corner as well. So verts and corner were our two best games, our two best plays. Again, we have cut-ups all over our YouTube channel. I'll probably add them to the website as well because we just have so much content you guys can go through. It's actually a lot of fun. These kids love running these plays. You just kind of put them in the right place to be successful and let them go to work, okay? All right, cool. So that is our 3 quick games. Hopefully you guys got a lot out of that. Want to make sure you guys understand, again, just a recap. On a quick game, we come up to the line of scrimmage. We're looking for easy money, free yards. We don't even need to run the concept. In a quick game, we're all about taking free yards if we can. If not, we're using concepts that play off each other. The quarterback is reading the same patches of grass throughout the game, not learning anything new. Okay, so those are our 3 drop back games that I've chosen that I think go together. Hope you got a lot out of it, and we'll see you for the next video on our 3 drop back plays, drop back game plays, and we'll be moving through that as well. And if not, again, subscribe to the YouTube channel and all the social platforms. Okay. All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next episode for 3 drop back game plays.